What's the weirdest or scariest Reddit post you've come across over the years? Rape stories are the worst. A young woman posted about how when she was a teen she had a boyfriend in his 20s. They were naked in bed about to do it when he lets like 4 of his friends come in and take turns with her. The only thing that saved her was she got so overwhelmed she ended up puking on one of those assholes. And the rape fest was over. Her boyfriend was trying to traffic her. Luckily she got away from him. Not sure if he was ever arrested, but she was able to cut ties from him and move on. I hope she's doing okay. There was a post on High Strangeness several years ago, where a woman filmed this smoke creature that was moving across a field. She was kind of walking out towards it and yelling at it, and the thing was reacting to her. The post was only up for about 30 minutes before the user took it down, saying the woman who recorded it asked that it not be posted anywhere. It was hands down the craziest video I've ever seen. I wish I had saved it before it got taken down. Anne's mother, and were insisting that she do things like pack up all her non-maternity clothing so he wouldn't have to do it afterwards and make milestone videos for the child to watch in the future. It went way beyond husband and filler paranoid and into husband and filler plotting to kill her territory. There was one guy who was upstairs with headphones on when someone broke in his house and began raping his wife. He couldn't hear, so it went on for a while until he finally looks downstairs and saw it. He shot the guy in the chest, but the damage has been done. I think he said he doesn't wear noise-cancelling headphones anymore. Linked. RS credit comments 39 Some more serious Redditors who have had to kill in self-C6 Goo 9C. I forget what sub it was in, but the one where a woman was sent a package by a male co-worker which was basically a journal of him creeping on her for years. What she was wearing, what tiny little interactions they had. He would be super happy when she showed the slightest common courtesy, then absolutely rage when she talked to anybody else. He either quit or was fired before sending the package and had a standoff with the police or something. A guy who made a my GEF caught fucking woke and insist I get consent for even touching her in any way. The comments replies. It turned out that she had been raped and he constantly groped her, had sex with her in her sleepy rape and constantly crossed her boundaries, causing her severe panic attacks. The way it was worded and slowly revealed over the course of hours makes me believe it was genuine. Once read a couple very similar and concerning posts on our self-defense, where these two gals, respectively, were dealing with apparent harassment and catcalling. Basically, they both wanted to ask if they'd be justified in shooting said catcallers. Fortunately, one of them came around, but the other one just tried to double down on her stance and kept trying act big and bad. There was a dude that found datura powerful hallucinogenic and made it into tea, even though people told him not to. He documented all of it on Reddit and people got to watch as he slowly lost his mind, while he was updating people before he eventually just disappeared. It was actually kind of freaky to read the thread. I saw a post like 10 years ago that a pay was a natural thing, since some species in the animal kingdom do so. Since it was natural, men should be allowed to force themselves upon any woman they wanted. I was horrified by how many people agreed with the op. It makes me sick to my stomach just thinking about it. TBH, that witch hunt Reddit was doing after the Boston bombings. Imagine just minding your own business. Some tragedy is happening and then people from around the world accuse you being a terrorist with consequential ramifications. Nothing you can do at that point. Your life is completely arbitrarily ruined. For me personally, it was a post on a certain serial killer who is my personal nightmare fuel, having had my own close encounter with the pair. The post revealed that the female partner of the pair is out of jail and lives in between my house and where my youngest son lives, about a 5-8 mile difference. The one where the woman walked outside to retrieve the mail and almost died after breaking into her home covertly. A man took a kitchen knife and hid beneath her bed. Although I can't seem to locate the thread, I honestly think about it practically every day. The one where a man whose wife cheated on him gets found out and then the wife kills their 3 children. It shook me. Here's the link. Muse Reddit SVD 5 Quenuos to the posts. Warning, it is a rough and heartbreaking read. I can't remember the specifics, but there was a thread about a guy who was convinced someone was entering his house and leaving. Post-it notes on his fridge. Ended up being him, and he couldn't remember because there was a carbon monoxide leak, I think. I came across a thread of unsecured webcams once. It was eerie, watching people unaware of being observed, just living their lives. It felt invasive and unsettling. I couldn't wait to click away from that unsettling sight. I saw this one from a TikTok voiceover, so how real it is. But that one where when the girlfriend got mad she pissed in a jar at night, then later added to her boyfriend's food the next day. From BF's Pav. There was that guy who wanted to try heroin because he was curious and thought he could handle it, and how he ruined his life doing it for years. Maybe not exactly weird or scary, but definitely sobering. I once saw a thread of unsecured webcams. It was just a bunch of people going about their days not realizing anyone was watching them, and it was really freaky and weird. I hated it. Woman discovers her husband has been putting slugs in her food. The scariest guy and the stairs. I was late to the party on that one, and found it in a YouTube comment section last month. Had nightmares about it, but still intrigues me. When the man killed his ex and posted pictures of her dead body to 4chan, and it made the top of our all before it was taken down. That one really messed me up for a bit. I saw a post from a guy who asked as a teacher if he thought it was weird or bad to be sexually attracted to some of his female students. He taught at a middle school. Always this one. I think about it constantly. The guy that posted his wife on life support. It was like a thirst trap. His wife was in the back with tubes and shit. He deleted it really fast. I just read a post in this sub tonight's about a dude who wanted to know how to pose in someone he thought made his friend disappear. Who remembers that guy who made posts where he slowly cut off parts of his dick until it was down to the nub and pube area? Lol. When I first made a Reddit, I came across that Funky Town video on accident and my face went from. This one may not be as crazy as others, but I really wish I hadn't seen Kobe's autopsy report on here. Guy who pretended not to know what a potato is. The one from yesterday of the USAF soldier self-immolating in front of the Israeli embassy. God forbid I'm on this site for that long. I'm only on here to pass time till I get a job. The one where the woman's significantly older husband was keeping his feces in jars. A woman posting her severely frostbite fingers that were scheduled to be cut off. That guy confirmed that Maxwell is a top moderator on this website. The saga. That guy would not stop making things worse.